What's up guys, this is Bob Miguel giving you your daily dose of radiation. Today's video will cover what it's like to working with the Online Radiologist. So to give you context, I do night shift X-ray, been doing it for 4 years at my hospital, 7 on, 7 off, and I do also work a day shift. I work a lot of overtime at my job because I want the money. But to give you context, some hospitals only have online radiologists. Some hospitals have what ours does is both in-house radiologists and online radiologists. So the big difference is if you have a radiologist who's only online, they won't come and do fluoro and stuff versus the in-house ones. And usually what happens is the in-house radiologists, each rad will kind of have their level of how they like stuff done will vary because certain rads are more stricter than other rads, I guess you could say. So with fluoro, that's a whole shebang. And then just sending images, because you send them, and even if there's communication like online network errors, they can still read it on the local network. Versus the online rads, if something happens with your internet stuff, the online rads won't be able to, so you'll have to manually push into it. It's a little bit more complicated that way, especially if it doesn't send right. And there's also post-processing stuff apparently that certain places, if you don't post-process the raw picture before you send it later on online on whatever packs, if you post-process it there, they won't be able to see it. So there's different things that can happen like that. I will say online radiologists have their own set of protocols and stuff, so they may ask you for something typically that your in-house rad wouldn't ask you, maybe a view, maybe certain stuff compared, so it's a little bit different. And as far as if you have to reach out to call of why something hasn't been read or to get an explanation, you have to go through a little bit more loops compared to the in-house rad. In-house rad, you just call and then usually they'll pick up and yo, what's up, what's going on, what you need. And then usually if you go to the online one, you'll have to call their local center, and usually what happens is you'll talk to the middleman or the receptionist, and the receptionist will usually reach out to the rad and then call you back. And most of the time you don't ever talk to the rad. And what we figured out is most of the time the receptionist person isn't even a tech. So you'll ask them something that will a simple tech question, and they'll kind of be like, what do you mean? How do I explain this? So you have to dumb it down sometimes for them. Or when they try to explain stuff to you that the rad said, they'll have, it'll be something simple. But since they're not a tech, it's harder for them to explain it. So there is a semi-communication barrier there that you have to be involved in. Certain online radiation joints have higher standards and higher the image quality, because apparently their system they use, if something's too burnt or too underexposed, their whatever they use can't, it won't load properly or something like that. So you'll have to be aware of those issues. And then once you have to reshoot something and then resend it, sometimes you'll have issues there. And then there's a whole little difficult stuff if your system goes down or goes through update and you still need to push it across. It's another whole different deal, which I'll cover in another video. But that kind of gives you a glimpse of what to expect between the two different rads. And yeah, it's been your boy Miguel. See you on the next one.